Self-love is how we perceive ourselves and the behaviors that we exhibit that reflect those beliefs. Self-love is about loving yourself despite your imperfections, not when things are perfect. Learning to perceive ourselves differently and let go of negative self-talk from our past, to discover that we're truly magnificent spirit beings having a human experience, is the most life-changing action that we can take for ourselves. We have a story, yes, but we are not our story. We have a personality, but we're not our personality. We are way more than that, and we have done or experienced or yet have seen in our life. You can never outperform your self-esteem, but you can change it. To be successful in creating the life that you love, you must first be impeccable with your thoughts. Notice what beliefs you may be carrying around. Thoughts like, why is this always happening to me? Or complaining and venting to others about things. We continue to put pictures of what we don't want into the subconscious, and it doesn't have a sense of humor. It perceives things literally, attracting more of what we don't want. We must change the dialogue of our mind if we truly wish to increase our sense of worthiness and deserving. If we want abundance, but we're focused on lack, we'll attract lack. When we feel overwhelmed, we make the very thing we're facing bigger than ourselves. So surround yourself with people who are not stuck in the same kind of story and are living the life you are moving toward, not the life you're coming from. If you feel the emotion or think a negative thought that's not in alignment with your vision, change your state of being. Get up, dance, play, music, associate with something that you love that's a part of your new story. And make a list of your successes and remember how you felt in that previous success and put that person on. So I've discovered it's not just enough to be intellectually believe that you're worthy. Your heart and gut need to be aligned with the mind to fully release the blockages preventing you from being your highest and best self. If you were not taught to feel your feelings, and situations arise where you're not feeling the emotion fully, you'll create blockages energetically in the body that limit you from being the conduit for good things to come your way because your mind and your body are not yet integrated. Learning how to consciously feel your feelings in your body is the first step to discovery. Feeling really real with the conversations you have daily with yourself when situations arise is equally as important as where you put your attention. The mindset is a breeding ground for what you have the ability to receive and create. This brings us back to awareness. Negative childhood imprints hold you back and prevent you from fully expressing who you're meant to be in this life. So do you find yourself saying things subconsciously with your actions or your words like, I don't deserve, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, it's not safe to feel my feelings? Now, if you've taken a look at how different you and your vision are compared to the beginning of this course, revisit what you would love. As you continue to bring forth greater and greater versions of your vision, you grow in the process. With this growth comes new vision and more clarity in your current vision. I'm so happy and grateful now. You have a vision. You've written it down. You've tested it. You've decided for it. The final step is to fully realize that you are worthy of it and you deserve to live a life that you absolutely love living. And this realization will come when you shift your perception of yourself and improve your self-image, which is what this lesson is all about. One of the most reliable ways to improve your self-image and increase your sense of deserving of your vision is by releasing patterns of thinking of behavior that are not in harmony with the image of your life that you want to live. Most of us have perceptions about ourselves that are limiting and create a sense of doubt about the possibilities for our future. However, the truth is that we have access to the mind of the infinite, in which there's no limitation and all things are possible. So working with this power, we can absolutely release these limiting paradigms to embrace a life we love. Simply put, paradigms are just a multitude of habits or patterns of thought and behavior. They're habits that protect the status quo, the mindsets that make positive change feel uncomfortable. The fears that might say, well, I'm going to fail if I try. We all have paradigms that are limiting the expression of our full potential, and it's often experienced as two opposing forces. One part of us wants to live a fuller, freer life, and the other wants to stay in the comfort zone. So, what we are familiar with is commonly known as our comfort zone, even when it's uncomfortable, because we've known life for so long. It's our job to increase our sense of respect, self-esteem, and self-love. No one else's. So we often endure this discomfort in our current circumstances because we fear what comes from changing them. So when we extend our imagination beyond our current circumstances, when we truly dream, our paradigm will most likely present false evidence of why we cannot live a life that we would love to live. In order to overcome these limiting paradigms, we need to grow a larger sense of deserving. We're here to create, and this sense of deserving doesn't come from what we've had or what we've done in the past. It comes from the infinite potential that is in with each and every one of us. Identifying with our infinite potential is how we begin to shift our sense of self from the past to the future. When we are introduced to this idea that we're way more, we might first dismiss the information, but then eventually we have our own small roar of awakening. By awakening this roar and shifting our sense of self, we can move more confidently through the process of receiving it. We've had access to the mind of the infinite, so there's no limitations. Only our limiting beliefs cause us to stop dreaming and accept our past and present all there is to life. By awakening our roar and shifting our sense of self, we move through the process of building heaven on earth. You deserve to not just survive, but to thrive. Worthiness is the key core belief that gets talked about a lot, but many people don't know what it even looks or feels like. The bedrock of self-worth is self-love. It doesn't mean that you don't have any concern about the people around you, or you just take bubble baths and have all this time alone. And true self-love is about filling your own cup first, yes, and allowing that overflow to be to all those around you because they're worthy, they earned your love. This is a different approach to love. Unlike the concept of giving to others to try to attract love, which might be what you were taught. When you truly love yourself, even if someone may have harmed you, you love yourself so much, you know holding on to resistance only hurts you more. And as you practice self-love and experience the deepest truth of you're worthy of receiving that love, you begin to transform negative core beliefs around your own self-worthiness into positive feedback from within.